Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick, and today, guys, we're going to be jumping down into the world of Bitcoin, taking a look at what's been going on most recently with the price action of BTC and what we think is likely to happen next. As I get into the video, if you find it useful and informative, smash that like button. I really do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so, you will be able to be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. If you haven't yet joined us in Discord, guys, check it out. Linked in the description down below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free, and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there. So why not go ahead and check it out? Let's jump right down into the video and just keep you up to date with what's going on here with BTC. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some smart money concepts here on the 1 hour chart, and we'll take a look at Elliott Wave theory on the 1 hour chart as well. We'll start with the Elliott Wave theory side of things, and we are paired up with USDT, and Binance is our data source. So as we were kind of talking about yesterday, we saw this potential move to the upside here. We did scope out this range of $27,008 to $27,133. You can see that we peaked up a little bit higher. This is because we actually came down a little bit lower. So the lower that wave 4 goes, that's this one here, okay, the higher that wave 5 is going to have to go. So we just want to cross-reference and check what that changes for us. And not a lot. We can kind of see that our target range here would have just gone up a fraction more. And we did slightly overextend, okay? So we've slightly overextended what we'd expect to see normally and typically from that fifth wave movement, which we can see here should have been 27,022 to 27,107. We can see that we actually got a high here of 27,285 at the moment. Okay, at the moment we are still holding below 27,500. That is the swing high up here, and essentially that is a part of our structure. So if we go up higher than 27,500, then we're going to have to consider what that might mean for Bitcoin and a part of a bigger structure. It also means I've probably made a mistake somewhere within our structures for our waves. So at the moment, I think this is a wave 4, and we have a final fifth wave to come down lower. Okay, but it's possible that this is an expanding diagonal, and our wave 3 was actually potentially over here, and then our wave 4 was here, and our wave 5 was over here. Okay, this type of diagonal is possible. I just don't think it's necessarily the one that I would expect to see playing out. But again, I'm going to leave it like this and see what happens. If we go higher than 27,500, then we're going to have to see what happens afterwards to determine whether or not my structure that I think is going on here is playing out, or whether something else more sinister as so forth is occurring. So for now, it looks okay. We're right in the zone. We are heavily overbought on the daily, the 8 hour, the 4 hour, and the 1 hour charts. Some momentum to the upside has now pretty much expired. It can still go up a little bit more if it needed to, but for the most part, a lot of people are getting exhausted, and we're going to start seeing a change of direction. Okay, we can see that there is a bit of a cross on the 50 and 200 EMAs. Again, we see these from time to time. Let me just go grab a line, right? So you can see one right here. Okay, what I'll do is let me just make this a little bit more visible. Just make that a little bit more visible there. There we go. Okay, so you can see that one right in there. If I grab another one here, you can see that we had a cross right there. You can see how price went down when we had the cross. And I don't know if there's another one anywhere more recently. We had one over here as well. We had a bit of a downward move, slight higher, and then down again. Okay, so don't read into that too much on this hourly chart. It doesn't generally mean terribly too much. It's just short-term price action is now slightly higher than long-term price action. Some people will think that's bullish. Some people will think that's bearish, depending on how it occurs. Essentially, it is just a lagging movement of average price. Okay, so looking at it, I'm still expecting a move to the downside on that fifth wave movement. Okay, so if I take a look at this, it would say that we have to move down, and I'm going to repurpose this, not that one. I'm going to repurpose this one here. I'm just going to move this over to my target range, and it shows us with a movement coming down here. Okay, so we're talking 25,351 down to 25,035. Okay, that would be our fifth wave movement. Now, if we take a look at that, that would really make a expanding diagonal look a little bit more stronger and more potent, right? The fifth wave would be the longest wave. You can see that right inside here. What's going to create such a drop from 27 to 25? I don't know. It could be lots of different things, lots of different factors, such as the US selling off their BTC, or just general selling pressure from larger institutional investors and so forth. Right? There could be lots of different reasons for that. Essentially, that's kind of where the direction of this particular market looks like it's going. Now, I'm expecting this to be 3 waves. So we're expecting an A down, B up, C down, or a W down, X up, and Y down, however you want to kind of look at that. So it won't be a straight drop. You'd have a bounce in the middle and then another further drop to the downside to complete our structure. Once done, I expect a much bigger swing in the market to the upside, but not massive, not until we kind of come down to 23,900, probably more towards 22, 21,000. Once we hit those lows, I expect a much bigger swing in the market to the upside. So Elliott wave theory tracking quite nicely, and as you can kind of see here, what I'm really talking about is that this is a wave 1, 2, all of this was our wave 3, up here for 4, and all of this is our final 5th wave movement to the downside. Okay, and it's a diagonal of an expanding variety. So yeah, as I said, there's many different options for that final 5th wave movement, but I've kind of narrowed it down to just 2. Ending diagonal or expanding diagonal. And that's kind of where we sit with the Elliott wave theory side of things. Moving over into smart money concepts, we had our fair value gap yesterday. I put this out on Twitter, and yes, it got filled. We pushed up into this fair value gap that was left behind. And this fair value gap, by the way, is this one over here. Okay, LuxAlgo's smart money concepts indicator did not pick up on it, but it's right in there. So price went up and filled it. We hit into these higher ranges. This is where the sell order blocks are. It's no coincidence that we're overbought on our stochastic RSI as we enter into this selling block area and premium area, which we currently still have a strong high unlikely to get broken. We can also see a weak low. So everything on smart money from that point of view still tracking quite nicely. What I will do now is remove our yellow box because that's no longer needed, and we do have ourselves another fair value gap, that being right in here, which basically means that some large institutional fund pushed the price to the upside to liquidate people, in my opinion. Big liquidity grab right up into this range, buy it down here, set it up there, drag the price back to the downside. So pretty standard stuff when it comes to smart money concepts. We're still in a bearish state of play. Nothing in this recent move to the upside has changed that. Everything here is still very much in a bearish state of play. Even with our false flag here, it didn't stick around for very long. Equilibrium, I think we're going to have to come back down and test. There seems to be a little bit of a buy order block right on that area. So that's the initial kind of push to the downside that we're going to be looking for here, around 26.5k. Maybe a little bit higher, a little bit too generous, maybe 26,700. A little bit lower than that, we do have another one down here towards 26,300 and 26,400. Ultimately, though, we have a weak low, and that's really what we're looking for. We're looking to come and break down deeper as we probably come into a poor weekly close, I think, essentially. So I'll probably try to talk about the weekly position this afternoon, take a look at those macro positions on what's going on with all of that. But for now, it looks like everything here is looking for a reversal. It's looking to kind of move down from this higher range, looking to kind of test at least around the 250 EMA and equilibrium, all down in this range. Grab the fair value gap that's been left behind here, just pull back down, get rejected from that higher range. This is very much aligned to being in the top of our 4th wave movement, looking for that final 5th wave movement down towards 25k, which would be a new lower low, or a new local low on the current structures that we see from a smart money concepts point of view. All right, so I'm going to leave this video right there. It's just a brief update. I'll cover the weekly positioning and the macro views this afternoon, so do watch out for that. Other than that, guys, I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
We are not financial advisors. None of what we have communicated verbally or in writing here should be considered as financial advice. It is not. Do your own research before investing in any digital asset or affiliate offers, and understand that investing in any crypto is risky. If you do, you need to be prepared to lose your entire investment. This video is for information and entertainment purposes only. All our videos are strictly personal opinions. Please make sure you do your own research and never take our opinions for financial guidance. There are multiple strategies, and not all strategies fit all people. Our videos are not financial advice.